After everything we've tried this year, here is what I'm planning for next year so far. Hi, I'm Aileen, and this is Homeschool with the Clarks. I am currently homeschooling kids in 8th, 6th, 3rd, and TK. Next year, I will be homeschooling kids in kinder, 4th, and 6th grade. So I'm still figuring out curriculum for next year, as I think that a lot of us are, but I just wanted to hop on and share what I'm absolutely sure we're going to use for next year and share what I'm unsure about, because there's some things I'm unsure about. For sure, I feel confident in my math choices. I know what we're doing with math. I think that I have a plan kind of mapped out for everyone long term. And so I'm going to share that with you. For my kindergartner, she did Math with Confidence kindergarten this year. And so she'll be moving into Math with Confidence first grade. I just love the way that they teach elementary math. I love the included games. It is worth it for me to have to collect all of the supplies and learn how to play those games because they're so fun and they're just such a great way to learn math facts. I love that they have spiral review, but then each section is focused on a different math concept, so it is more mastery based. And then for older kids, middle school age kids, my kids will stick with Saxon and Nicole the Math Lady. I feel like that's really working for us. I did have a moment where I considered moving my incoming 4th grader to a different program because she is asked to move to a different program, not because she doesn't like Math with Confidence, but because she doesn't like sitting around and waiting for me to be ready to do her lesson. She wants to just get it done. But after some reflection and talking about it with her, we are going to stick with the plan. We're going to stick with Math with Confidence because it is working for her. She is successful and confident in math. And I think as a 4th grader, she still needs to sit down and have direct instruction from me. English, I'm not as sure. For my 6th grader, we may be pivoting and putting her in kind of like a classical style cohort next year where she will be with another group of middle schoolers with a tutor who runs the program once a week, and she kind of chooses the curriculum and then gives the assignments, and my daughter works on them at home. She may be doing that, and so English is really up in the air because English, science, and history would be covered by that program. So I'm just not sure what we're doing there yet, so stay tuned. But math, she's doing Saxon for sure. I do know what we're doing for English for 4th grade. She's finishing 3rd grade, and that we're going to stick with Moving Beyond the Page Language Arts. I really love that program. I love the hands-on projects. She loves the hands-on projects. They have great book choices. And 4th grade, it actually, I believe, does start teaching to the students. So she'll be happy with that because at least in English, she'll be able to read the lesson and kind of be more independent. And of course, I will be there to help her and guide her, but she wants to be more independent, and that's normal part of growing up. So I'm trying to support that. We will also continue to use Evan Moore Spelling. It's just a really simple spelling program. My middle schooler will continue to use it, and then my 4th grader will use it as well. The English that I'm most unsure about is my kindergartner. I'm just not sure. We need a learning to read program. Will it be Logic of English? Will it be treasure hunt reading? Will it be The Good and the Beautiful? Will it be all about reading? I am undecided. I'm still figuring it out. She will be using a Phonics program. I just don't know which one. I do know that we will continue with Handwriting Without Tears. I really love that program for learning to form letters, so we will stick with that. And my 4th grader will continue with Good and the Beautiful cursive. My 7th grader will not be doing cursive anymore. She will move on to typing, and we will use typing.com. Another thing I am definitely sure we're going to use again next year is the Story of the World. I know for sure we're going to use it with my 4th grader. She'll be in volume 4, Modern History. My 6th grader 7th grader, she's still in 6th grade right now, but I'm talking about 7th grade. She may or may not do that with us. She may do American history with this cohort, so I'm undecided there. My kindergartner, I'm thinking that we're going to do something separate for her just because I do want to add her to the Story of the World cycle, but I think I want to wait until we cycle back to ancient history, just because the Story of the World Volume 4, really, they want kids to be in 4th grade because it is heavier topics. And so, well, there's 2 thoughts about that. One, it probably will just go right over her head. but also it's not really geared towards her. So she'll be with us when we're reading it, but I may do something else with her. I know for sure we're going to do Me on the Map from Little School of Smiths. And then I was looking at another one. Gosh, I'm forgetting the name of the channel. It's her mom's curriculum and it's Community Helpers. And I will tag her and put her name on the screen so you can see. But that program looks really fantastic too. So I think we might do that, the Community Helpers, and then Me on the Map for her social studies type stuff. And then science, I'm also unsure of what I'm going to do next year. I think for science, it will be for my 4th grader and my kindergartner. Ideally, we do something family style that's more geared towards my 4th grader, but that has lots of experiments that my kindergartner can join in on. So I'm trying to decide what we're going to use for that. I'm considering Noeo science, Apologia, maybe Blossom and Root, but I've broken up with Blossom and Root 3 or 4 times. So I don't know if that's going to be the one for us, but I'm still really undecided on science. So if you have suggestions for science or reading programs, please let me know below in the comments. So as mentioned, this is not my full curriculum video. I will be sharing my curriculum picks soon, so make sure that you subscribe and hit that bell so that you can see when those get posted. I'll see you next time. Bye.